Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope your 2026 has gone off to a good start and goodbye, 2025. I wanted to, in this little section, talk a little bit about what's happened this past year beyond the stats that you just seen, and talk about kind of some of the implications of what all this is about this project. In case you didn't know, actually, this is the 6th year of the Blockchain Socialist as a platform. It started off as a blog where I just kind of brain dumped my thoughts about the intersection of blockchain, cryptocurrency, and left-wing politics. So kind of providing a left-wing analysis of the crypto space. I never really thought it would ever get to the point that it's gotten so far. We may not have a very wide reach, but we do have a deep reach, where I often get messages from people who are working in important places in the crypto space to kind of connect and tell me that they agree with my takes and my thoughts. So to reach the point that we've gotten to is truly like a blessing to me. And I kind of want to talk about the things that we've been doing so far to kind of increase our reach and go beyond where we're at right now. And one of those things you may have noticed if you've been following me maybe over a year by now is that this year we've taken a really big step into professionalizing and increasing the production quality and including the video into most of our content, where basically all the podcasts now have a video element. So they are video podcasts now on YouTube. You can go and watch a video portion as well. It used to be just audio for many years, and now we've increased this quality. In order to do that, I've also hired someone to help me with the video editing because it takes quite a long time for at least me to do a lot of the video editing. So part of the, basically all or most of the funds that I've been receiving from those who are supporting on Patreon has been going to pay for these types of services and assistance, and also where the money that I've received from sponsors like NIM have gone to as well. So it's been a really big load off my back to have someone else to help me out. And I think has been really useful in professionalizing everything and adding more nice thumbnails and all these things that YouTube requires in order for its algorithm to bless you with more views. On top of this, we've been doing more video essays where in the last one that I did at least, I explained some of the work that I've been doing and some of the learnings and findings that I found in helping many people in sending aid to people in Gaza right now so that they have money to be able to buy food for their families. So this is something that is a niche of a niche of set of interests. If you're interested in left-wing political analysis and in the crypto world, this is the place to get it. And it's the only place where you're going to find content like that. We are not trend chasers. Generally, the contents that I put out there are trying to get at the meat of issues rather than trying to look at what is the latest fad in the cryptocurrency world. I think sometimes this is forgotten that in 2019, kind of the big bet that I was making in starting this platform was that cryptocurrency was going to become more and more politically relevant to the world. And so taking on this, what I felt was very cringe at the time and silly persona online through the Twitter account and then through the platform was also a bet and a play that this would happen and that it would be important to play this role and to provide this analysis and point of view. And I think that bet has really paid off. I'm increasingly getting more and more messages from those who are doing work on the ground, who are interested and want to use cryptocurrency for their own political objectives and achievements. I've been doing more workshops and talks to people who want to do this, who want to learn more, who are not coming to crypto at an angle of wanting to make a ton of money, but wanting to do things like send aid to those in Gaza. That's been really rewarding to see. At the same time, I think that bet has played out in other ways. For example, the crypto industry supporting the election of Trump. That has been really big. I mean, more, I guess, the year before, but also continued to support Trump in various ways. He's deregulated much of the industry or stopped going after certain people and organizations in the crypto industry, for better or worse, you could argue, which has then created a lot of support for Trump by the crypto industry. But that support has, in my view, so far, it looks like it's waned quite a bit as people's token prices have not gone up nearly as much as they thought it would. And so that's kind of like interesting to note. And I think there's going to be more of a falling out, more of a distaste for Trump's politics among people in the crypto space over time. And I think also what we're seeing that's pretty concerning is this attempt to absorb all of this open source technology that's been developed by the crypto world, by the corporate powers, or like the new corporate blockchains that are being created, like Tempo from Stripe, which I think is a much bigger move than people really realize how insane it is that Stripe is making a blockchain and are going to be doing payments on it. This blockchain is going to come, I think, this year, and we're going to start seeing the taste of what this actually means. And I think with the distribution that Stripe has, it's going to be pretty big. And people are going to feel, I think, sour about a giant corporation taking all of this open source technology. On top of that, I think it's important to at least acknowledge the role of stablecoins and increasing role of stablecoins have played in the economy and for kind of pushing US dollar hegemony around the world as well. It's basically become one of, if not the biggest use case of crypto is stablecoins right now. I think this has disappointed a lot of people who came into the crypto space with cypherpunk ideals or the desire to build something else besides another dollar payment system. And I'm saying this in the kind of just breaking news about the militarized attack on Venezuela by the US government and the kidnapping of Nicolas Maduro. I think this is super relevant because in the crypto space, we like to talk about sovereignty. This is a really common term to be tossed around. People like to talk about this technology as being something that helps self-sovereign individuals stay resilient, for different types of minorities to express sovereignty. But I think there's a big contradiction with the cryptocurrency industry's support of the Trump government. And I think this is leading increasingly more to the destruction of many people's sovereignty and civil liberties. And it's going to be under the guise of narco-terrorism, Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, insert adjacent organization here as a pretense to do all types of horrendous things against all of us. And a lot of innocent people are going to have their lives ruined. I think we already see this with ICE in the United States. But I think it's kind of on us as those who are in the cryptocurrency industry space to actually try and fulfill that promise of helping people express sovereignty against the government that is trampling all over our own civil rights. And so when we talk about crypto, I think we also need to talk about international law. We need to talk about rules that apply to everyone equally in the same way that the protocols of a blockchain also apply to everyone equally. And so to end on a more positive note, it's never enough just to critique. It's also important to build for any movement to take shape. And of course, it takes time for counter-narratives to begin to proliferate. And so I just want to share that I want to do more bridging of the gap between the audiences that I have that follow the Blockchain Socialist and those who are maybe more familiar with my work through Bread Cooperative. So what is Bread Cooperative? Bread Cooperative is a worker cooperative that does a few different things. One is building applications using crypto rails for solidarity finance. So you can find a lot of that work on bread.coop. We've taken on client work with multiple clients, earning revenue so that we can fund a lot of the work that we're doing. We apply for grants. We basically try to put into practice many of the principles that we would like to see more in the, not just the crypto industry, but in the world broadly. But so we've been doing more things like sharing some of our work publicly through webinars, publishing guidebooks as well. In that way, people can become more knowledgeable about some of the things that we've learned, because the things that we've learned are not the things that venture capital is ever going to fund and ever going to share more about. And so we're building technology within the contradictions of capitalism the best we can. And I think it's more important now for me to begin bridging the audience. And so, yeah, that's about it. We need more than critique. We also need building. Thank you guys so much for helping me build this platform. And I hope you guys continue to support in whichever way you can. Give it a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing here, consider supporting the show on Patreon. Your contributions help me keep doing this work and dive deeper into the politics of decentralized technologies. I promise you absolutely zero financial returns, no airdrops, and your investment may go to zero. But you will get good content. Check out patreon.com/theblockchainsocialist to support the show.